after the initial talks, initial demos, videos, I was quite skeptical still, but I was amazed by what was demonstrated. But first of all, it was hard to believe that it works so easy. With intent, now it's just just a couple hours and it's running. No extra efforts needed, and everything is already from scratch. It's already correct. Everything is already aligned with our guidelines, aligned with our standard architecture, and developer don't need to even write a single line of code. So Odds88 is doing sports data aggregation and risk management service for our B2B clients. So my role is technical lead of the entire backend development team, and the team is quite big and diverse. So it's split across two places between Australia and Tallinn in Estonia. So we have 15 backend developers in the team. So in terms of tech stack, we are using Microsoft stack with .NET C# as a primary language for backend and microservice architecture. So typical development in our team is creating some new integrations of data providers, or extending existing parts of applications, or adding extra applications, extra services which provide extra value for our clients. So we were facing two main issues before. So these issues were, first of all, architecture drift across different projects. And the second big problem was the initial project setup. So it was taking really long time, around 1 week, working week, to just set up a project, just a blank, nothing inside, no business logic, just a basic project. We were searching for extra ways, extra tools to improve our development speed. We were looking into some scaffolding solutions, and initially I thought Intent Architects is just another scaffolding solution, which at the time we already rejected a couple of them. And after the initial talks, initial demos, videos, I was quite skeptical still, but I was amazed by what was demonstrated. But first of all, it was hard to believe that it works so easy. So we decided to try it out on one new project. This project was intended to simplify our data stream for one client, basically to split it by matches or something like this. And the thing is that we actually at that point we did not have extra development resources to attached to this project, so we gave it to a complete newcomer in the team. The guy had good backend development experience, but he had no experience in our project at all. And he just learned Intent and started working. And the project was quite complex, consisting of several microservices communicating between each other, doing some common job, reaching common goal, and he was able to deliver it just alone within something like a month, I think. This task would regularly require several developers working together to get it on this timeline. And even he was spending extra time learning Intent and learning the project while developing this, but still was able to show quite good results. So from the side of improvements which we were able to achieve with Intent, so one of the biggest massive change was the Greenfield project initial frame starting creation. So before that we were having it, as I said, around 1 week, 5 working days to just set up a basic frame without business logic. And when Microsoft Orleans kicks in, it's even harder sometimes, can reach 1.5 weeks. With Intent, now it's just just a couple hours and it's running. No extra efforts needed, and everything is already from scratch. It's already correct, logging, CI/CD pipelines, all the extra stuff around configuration, and etc. Everything is already aligned with our guidelines, aligned with our standard architecture, and developer don't need to even write a single line of code. He just gets everything right away. The second improvement was about standardizing of our code. So just for example, as I mentioned, we have background processing in a lot of projects, doing parallel processing of data, and this is happening in around 25% of our projects. And every time it was written differently. But now we have a module which just does it in standard and proven to be the best way to implement this logic. And again, developer just need to install a module and he gets the best solution already. He don't need to think about how he can implement it, how he need to deal with all the things. He just writes business logic and that's it. And I would say 10 out of 10 that I would recommend Intent Architect. Like the system provided is like really good, developers like it, and support of Intent Architect is absolutely amazing. Like almost every developer who needed to contact support was like amazed, like how can they provide so nice, so competent support and so quickly.